my beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute, you guys, but I am so excited to be filming again. You guys don't even understand. I am so excited to be sitting here and just talking to you guys again. Today I have a special guest. I know, guys. Such beauty.
Stop.
Oh my goodness. Today I have my beautiful friend here, Tjitjila. Say hi, girl.
Hi, my beauties.
Oh my gosh, guys, how beautiful is this woman?
Oh,
I'm
thanks,
so happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be
Like,
here. This has been like in the works for so long.
bruh.
But you know what? This is
But
the
we
right
are
time.
here. We've been saying, guys, we're okay. We want to film, but
Yeah.
we didn't really know what it is that we wanted to tackle when we actually did get a chance to sit down together. But we are here. So what we're talking about today is insecurities. It is quite.
It's quite a deep one.
It's quite a deep one, and I think how we can maybe facilitate. I'll just ask you some questions, and and we'll throw it back and see where we go with it. Okay.
Okay.
So TJ, how would you define confidence?
Confidence. Okay. So I had to Google this one
Okay.
just to make sure I understand, what the word actually means.
Yeah.
And as I was going through the definition, it made sense,
Okay.
what confidence was. And
Okay.
Google said that, confidence is the feeling or belief that one can have faith or rely on someone or something,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And as I started to think about it, for me, it meant having faith in yourself,
Okay.
having faith in your abilities, faith in your gifts,
Okay.
faith in your talents, faith in your beauty, it both in and out. Being able to rely on all of those things, being able to rely and have faith on your intelligence, your
Okay.
smartness. Just saying that I'm smart enough, and I believe in that, and I can run with that.
Okay. So
and just
it's a I know I've got it.
not necessarily I've got it, but just saying that which I've got,
Okay.
I have faith in it. I
Okay.
believe in it.
Okay.
It's enough.
It's enough.
It can place me where I need to be.
Okay.
Just
I love
basically believing in your existence, your entire being, to say I'm not like anybody else.
Okay.
I'm like me, and that should be able to put me where I need to be.
Okay.
So that was my understanding
Of
confidence,
confidence.
relying and believing in who you are.
In who you are.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I love that. I love that definition.
How would you define it though? What does it mean to you to have confidence?
I think confidence is being comfortable. For me, it's being comfortable in who you are.
Yes.
Being comfortable in who you are, and having accepted everything about who you are.
I like that. I like
Having
that.
accepted everything about who you are, and
Yeah.
being comfortable in your own
Yeah.
skin, because I feel like we're all different. We possess different qualities. What makes you look beautiful,
Yeah.
TJ, is what makes you look beautiful, and what makes me look beautiful is what makes me look beautiful. Which brings me to my next question that I want to ask you. In a world that defines beauty a certain way, Uguti, for you to be beautiful, you need to look this way. Your eyes need to be shaped in this way. Your lips need to be fuller. Your nose needs to be slimmer as we try and contour and all these things.
Right.
So how do you TJ navigate that?
Right.
Like in terms of the beauty standard, has it ever affected you where you feel like yo, do I even measure up? Like, have you been there?
I think firstly, I'd just like to reiterate a point you made where you said that, you know, confidence is about accepting who you are and what makes you you.
Yeah.
So, and I think for me, in a world of all these many standards, I had to get to a place where I accepted that I am me. I look like me. Like, being me is what makes me beautiful, you know. And I'm not going to necessarily look alike. Not to say that, you know, we don't engage in like trans beauty trends and all of that, but you know, sometimes I don't go over and above to try to measure up to those standards. Like, I've accepted that me, I'm a simple girl, you know. I like simple beauty, and that's okay. And that does not mean that another person that prefers something different is not necessarily beautiful. You know. So what I like differently, you know, that's what I feel makes me beautiful. You're always gonna meet the next most beautiful person.
Yes, the Miss SAs
the Miss
of the world.
Of the world.
Yeah.
And just accepting that because someone, according to society, looks more beautiful than you, it does not mean any less about you.
Which brings me to something else.
Yeah.
That whole thing of we can all shine.
We can all shine.
As women, like, we can all shine.
I mean, have you seen how beautiful women are?
Yo!
I look at all my friends, right? We all look different.
Yes.
Yet we are all so beautiful.
Yes.
And you're just like,
yes.
How did God do it? You know, how did He create so many different looking people, yet they are all beautiful in their own way?
Yeah. But there's also this thing where, yes, all of us can shine, right? And all of us must shine. Right?
Yeah.
But what happens in a situation where, TJ, I feel like your shine, you know when and I think that stems also from insecurity, where now you feel small in a room, you know. You walked out and you felt beautiful, you felt like yes, and then you walk into a room and then
like,
everybody's beautiful, and all of a sudden you feel like you know, because I think also those kinds of things are deep-seated in insecurity. True. You know.
True.
So yeah, I think how does one navigate that? You know, both of us can shine, but just because this person is beautiful doesn't mean I'm not beautiful. You know what I mean? Right. How does one navigate that again? Where do you start?
I think you made a very important point when you said some of these things are deep-rooted. Yes. You know, are deep-rooted, and unfortunately some of these things you have to recognize where your insecurity is coming from. You know, could it be because of something someone in the family has said? Could it be of the entertainment, things that you're watching on TV, or things that you're reading, things that you're consuming on social media? Because at the end of the day, some healing needs to come from you. Like, where is this insecure? Like, am I feeding this insecurity? Because you need to start questioning the health of your security to say, why am I feeling like this? You know, why do I feel like I'm less than? You know, could it be because when I was younger, maybe I was bullied? You know, but like also at the same time, you're older now. Why haven't you healed from that? From that thing?
Have you dealt?
I mean, have you taken time to actually just realize that someone doesn't necessarily have to tell me that it's like having a set of values. You know, it's a predetermined decision to say that no matter whoever says what, I've decided I am beautiful, you know, and just because someone else feels
Yes.
otherwise,
It's a predetermined decision.
You've decided that this is how you feel about yourself. That I am beautiful, I am strong,
so
I am
good.
smart.
That is so good.
Even if you have, you know, you happen to come around people that, you know,
but you still know.
You still know that I'm beautiful regardless. You know? So you must, some of these things you must decide, and you must take time to try and find out, why do I feel like this? You know, where is this thing of insecurity stemming from? And obviously there's I don't want to call it little insecurity, where whenever you walk into a room, I think it's natural for the mind, also maybe because of social constructs, to think, ooh, you know, I'm feeling like, but you must always come back to say, no, this is just a temporary thing. Deep down, I know how I feel about myself, and that's the only truth I'm going to accept.
I love it.
That's the only truth.
I love it.
I'm going to accept.
I love it. And you touched on something about sometimes it's family.
Sometimes
you
it's
know,
family, yeah.
And sometimes we get nicknames. Growing up, you get that nickname, and you're like. I shot a video a while back talking about low self-esteem, how I had a low self-esteem, and my journey with all of that. Yeah. And some of it definitely stemmed from people, you know, that were around me, the people that I know, you know. So for somebody who it's family.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
It's family. Family is not helping the self-esteem.
Very close family at that.
And sometimes, you know what happens? You don't even, like, for example, you don't even know you have a big forehead. You know? For example, or maybe you do, but then it doesn't bother you. And then maybe somebody in your family or somebody close to you or somebody in your circle points it out as something like, oh, hey. You know, and all of a sudden, something that didn't bother you, you all of a sudden like.
So you see what happens now? You're taking on things that bother other people that were not even. It's like, why are you carrying other people's crosses? Like, that's not your issue. Yes, the forehead is big, but so what?
So what? So what?
So what?
So what? And often, I feel like oftentimes people are projecting.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like,
people are just projecting.
Why are you making me carry your insecurities?
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And some people, unfortunately, have think it's a way of life. You know, they have not learned to speak words of life towards other people. It's like the default setting in them when they see someone, especially family. Maybe it's in the black families that we don't know how to really appreciate each other. Our default conversation or like language towards each other is in a form of criticizing. You know, negative. I mean, for me, growing up skinny at home, you're so thin, whatever. I'm just like, what am I gonna do? It's a genetic thing, you know. I mean, what do you expect me to do?
Like, what am I supposed to do?
And obviously, as you grow up and then you begin to recognize, no matter, maybe I am, maybe I do have a big forehead, you know. Yeah. Because those things are being said so much. Yeah. So much, but it goes back to you have to sit with yourself, you know, and meditate and say, you know what. This is what other people think about me. What do I think about me? You know, what do I think? What do I decide and stick to? In life, you must decide. You know, people say, I've decided to be grand.
Yeah. I love that. I've decided to be grand.
You know, my situation is not looking grand.
Yeah.
People are saying otherwise, but I've decided that I'm good. I'm beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that.
I have faith in my how I look outside. Faith in my I can rely on myself to walk into places and make an impact. You know?
I love that. I love that so much. And someone can say, it's easier,
Yeah.
said than done. Because I remember a time in my life where I don't know if it was psychological even, where I literally, like, everybody was saying, oh, you look beautiful, but I just didn't see it. Like, I didn't see it, I didn't feel it, I didn't feel beautiful. I just felt like, no, something is wrong. I shouldn't be out in public. I shouldn't be seen. So would you say that maybe it's a process for somebody who has been practicing that negative self-talk to come to that conversation that you're talking about, that I've predetermined, that I love myself, that I'm enough,
Yeah. And obviously with anything in life, it's a process.
Yes.
With you getting to that point where you believe that you are ugly, it was a process. Someone probably said it to you.
You believed it long enough.
You heard it long enough.
You heard it long
you
enough.
thought about it long enough, and you started to believe it and even see it. So the same way, it will be a process to unlearn that and then learn a new thing. So this might even be a longer process.
Okay.
But definitely you'll get there. You just have to teach yourself, meditate on it, day and night, believe it.
Wow. Okay. I love that. I love that so much. Okay. TJ, there's one personally that I struggle with.
Yeah.
And that is imposter syndrome.
Girl, not so long ago, I was just sitting and thinking that do I deserve to be where I am?
Yeah.
Do I deserve to walk in the spaces, in the rooms that I'm working in, working with the people that I'm working in at the level that I'm at? And I'm just like, am I even smart enough? Am I smart enough? Should I even be here? Does my work matter? Like,
oh my God, my contribution. Does my contribution matter?
I once saw this other video, some girl on YouTube, and she was talking about how only if people knew that, like, I'm winging it. Like, I'm winging it. Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Like, to me, it's like, no, I don't need to.
You
go
have
back
that
to
fear.
refer.
People are gonna discover that you're a fraud.
Exactly. Yes, that's exactly what she said. She's like, I'm a fraud.
No, this one is winging it. This one doesn't know what they're
She's
doing.
like, guys, I'm a fraud. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not sure. I don't know why you guys are clapping.
Guys, I can show.
I'm lying. She was like, I'm a fraud.
Oh
if you,
my gosh.
If you came to me and like opened my mind and what I'm thinking about myself, I'm a fraud.
Babes, you know how I, like, in which area of my life I feel like that? Singing.
I think I'll have to with you there.
I like,
you feel like,
no, I feel like somebody's gonna find out that, no, actually. This one doesn't know. Like,
but babes, I hardly hear you sing, right? But we sing together.
Yes,
But I heard you sing the other day, and I'm like, I did not know that Zah had like this level of sing. Like, I've heard you sing before, but I did not hear you. I've never heard you sing the way you sang that day. And I was like, this girl, like, why are you not showing up more in that area? It's like you feel like other people sound better.
Yes.
And I think it's something that I struggle with. I'm not comfortable with hearing my voice, unfortunately.
Really? Yo,
I'm
and
not
guys, TJ, one of the things that I loved about you, and I still love about you, firstly, the way that you just carry yourself. Effortlessly a lady, like effortless, like, some of us are trying, like we are trying with, okay, I need to get my stuff, I need to get my stuff together, but with this girl, like, it's so effortless, it comes naturally, elegant lady things just come naturally to this one. The thing that I loved about you was how you were so comfortable, looking at you, you look like somebody who's just so comfortable with their own skin. Like they show up in a room, like they're not gonna shrink back and sit in the corner.
But babes,
you know,
it's work. You know, for me, I feel like not that it's work to be who I am, but I feel like my personality, I honestly think I'm a mixture of an introvert and an extrovert.
Okay.
But
You are
I
very
feel
in
like
between.
when I have to go and interact with people that I'm not as close with, like I need days to gather up energy and strength, because when I go out, I release.
Oh, okay.
So I
like, okay, I'm
release,
here.
and I know that I'll probably be empty in 5 minutes. My battery's going to finish. You know, so like as the day goes and I'm like, I'm pushing, I'm doing my best.
Yes.
I'm like, TJ, this is good. Like I constantly have to convince myself that you can do it, babes. But like it's a struggle.
It's something that you just have to
like it's
put
like you
on,
have
like,
to
okay.
decide, okay, is that today we're doing that?
Yeah.
We're
So
doing
babes, about the imposter syndrome, how do you deal with that?
Yeah. For me, I always just go back to what I believe in, like to where I draw my values from. Like my faith,
Yeah.
you know, my family,
Yes.
my friends. Like I go back to vent to people that believe in me when I don't believe in myself. Because sometimes you can't always just be pouring. You need other people to pour into you. You know, no man is an island. You need other people to pour into you. So just my mom saying, you're fine. Just my sisters and my aunt saying, you're doing good. You're gonna be fine. You know, I need that. I need that a lot.
And I mean, when you were talking about the workplace, I mean, who put you there? God put you there.
God put and like
What
you
mean?
You did the story about, you know, my working
Yeah,
experience and
yeah.
stuff. So I'm just sometimes I'm like, God, are you sure?
Like, are you sure I'm the man for the job?
Exactly. But the fact that every day I wake up and I'm able to do what I do, so I'm like, okay, because, you know, someone has confidence in me and I need to draw from. Someone feels like they can rely on me. So I need to step up to that and prove myself that I can be reliable, you know.
I'm reminded of a story about I think it's Jeremiah, when God comes to Jeremiah, and then Jeremiah says that, but I'm just a child.
Right.
Was it Jeremiah?
I don't know if it's Jeremiah, but Moses also, when God was, you know, sending him to lead.
Yes.
Like, I can't even speak.
Like
So
me.
God doesn't even care.
God doesn't even care.
You'd be there feeling like you are a fraud. But God believes in that fraudness.
Yo.
He believes in that fraudness, you know.
Yeah.
We look at other people and think they are better, deserving. They're smarter. They are up for the challenge. But God is like, no, you. Yes, you.
Yes, you. He qualifies the.
Yeah, when you don't believe, and it goes back to like sometimes the confidence comes from other people having confidence
in you. Okay,
you know, just so it would be important for you to be in spaces and around people that you know they believe in you.
Okay, you wanna have your drink because this one is about to get deep.
It's about to get
deep. Okay, so do you think that the way that you see yourself has impacted the way that you show up in relationships?